Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. And for the better part of a century, the Sooners and Longhorns have defined conferences, national titles, and how regions of the country are perceived based on the outcome of this game. When these two meet, everybody pays attention. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma's offense is on the field for the first time today. Guys, this rivalry's a throwback. Aren't many left like this with the stadiums divided right down the middle.
So much tremendous history between these two teams. And David, it just always seems in this game, you throw out the stats, you throw out the standings, you throw out the records, and this is just a different energy when we see these teams play.
It's because you bring in the hatred. They don't like each other. The fan bases don't like each other. Texas, Oklahoma, it always means a lot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Grab behind the line. It's Kendricks. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference. And now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. Right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners in Nashville.
And the pass hits. Picked off. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45. So the opening drive of the game, and you spin it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not to start this offense wrong.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to go for a big one. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. You go back over the history of this rivalry, and there's certainly been close games, but there have also been a large number of blowouts, and we had one last year for the Horns, David.
And I think as a Texas fan, you better understand that, because when you win big the year before, OU is going to come out with their hair on fire, Jesse, ready to make a statement.
When I think back to last year's game, the thing that impressed me so much about Texas was that they see...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Longhorns will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Carr. And the ball's loose in the backfield.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them your crook.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together.
What a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Power football with the run. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quick release on the RPO. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Offense getting set for first down. Hand off from the shotgun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The play action fake. Steps away. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Using his legs to buy some time. He makes the connection to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He fires a bullet to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
And the quarterback knew.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to get to him. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. Here comes the Oklahoma offense.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He's got it.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the returner will be brought down. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Spreads it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air.
Oh, picked off. Past the 50. The 30. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Kendricks. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but
Touchdown Sooners! What a grab and go for the score. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
and move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Took a shot as he threw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick completion on the out route. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Northwestern. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Romero. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Just enough time to get off one more snap. On second down, wants to throw. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense, and I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! And oh man, there's some burnt orange getting nervous in here thinking of the 2000 to 2003 blowouts, David.
And Reese, I know that, but man, it always feels like this game gets competitive in the end. And it's getting later, and it looks like Oklahoma's up big, Jesse, but I just wouldn't turn it off yet.
No, and if you're Texas, you just got to keep your composure, right? And it's hard to do because you've been looking at this game and circled this game on your calendar all year long. It feels like it's getting away from you. Don't hit the panic button right now.
Lining up for the PAT. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Not much coaches love more than finding points on special teams, and that 94-yard touchdown return gave it to them. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Texas. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on second and long from the 9. On the move, it's Romero. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put...
Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just
racing down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he got loose, it was all over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the grab on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
The incompletion on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. From the gun, the ground game. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pressure coming. All kinds of time in the pocket, down the middle it goes. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Wants to pass. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between the QB and the wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be active.
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Texas. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Texas offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Feeling some heat. Quarterback now breaking the field. Zings it complete to the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The Longhorns are on the move. They'll throw it on 1st down. Snags it over the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Snapped it in the shotgun. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the route is on.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. If we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. Oh, gave the defender the business. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. First down to start the drive after the break. Right back to the well. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Powers through the defender.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Elevates over his man. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Nebraska is ahead early in Lincoln, but that's not exactly Mike Rozier out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over Northwestern. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Texas.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down.
He hurls one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He makes the catch. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And a precision punt there will pin the deep inside their own 10-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead.
And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. They don't mind being aggressive from deep in their own end, and it paid off there as they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's inside the 40. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Makes the catch. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then going for the big play. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Taking it the other way. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know he wanted that pick 6, that the offense is in business.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love it.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. He's looking to throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Man, this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets a block. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out extra.
Just steamrolling the defense. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. No, he just flat ran over it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They'll try the run. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that...
Open runway ahead. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Trying the left side. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And that is how we will wrap this one up. This game always brings out the best in both teams, but today, Jesse, Texas' best was a little better.
And this is a win for them that's going to help their recruiting. Coaches are going to get paid for. But most importantly, David, Texas gets bragging rights for another whole year.
A whole year of bragging. And a whole year.